scenario, the final fight to stop Boom Esports from actually coming into the game as well. But talk about coming back, we are back into the game, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go, getting back into the game. Muchi actually getting caught out a little bit too early there between both Muzan King and BV as they both like to rotate down to the bot side of the map rather than go for any of their buffs. They're looking to claim that Fire Phoenix.
Yeah, just we'll set the tone early. HBSE again, just getting those leads. I mean, it only spawns one time, and getting that one to kind of really help you out. Really going to help out HBSE to start this one because, again, Nova Esports is in a must-win situation. You cannot be down 0-3 going into the break.
Must-win situation, but it's a bit of a glory run here for HBSE, and that is a CD key if you want to redeem some freebies in-game right now. But as you were saying there, Hauler, the fact that they altered the rotation to go down bot side to get that one solo, one-time spawning creep has really gave a bit of a lead there, but CY, top side of the map, gets first blood.
Okay, they 100% needed that to bounce back into the series. That is a great win for them. You a little too far out. I mean, you think you're Byra, you think you're one of the I mean, you are one of the best class laners in the lane, but he did not expect CY to be there to help out. And unfortunately for him, he gives up first blood.
Yeah, first blood going over the side of Nova is definitely going to be a telling tale here for them, maybe potentially in this game number 3. But right now, a bit of a tip stack going into the mid lane. They'll get frozen. That Frigid Prison really locked Wave Pit into place. If you want to take down a Zhongfei, it's before level 4.
Yeah, and they were just throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him, but he was still tanky enough to kind of just withstand all of that onslaught there. But yeah, to your point, he's not level 4. That's when things are going to really turn.
Yeah, the Beast gets online at level 4 here, but right now, obviously, Nova are just edging ever so slightly with around about a 200 gold lead for this now point of game number 3. If the HBSE win this one, they are one step closer to match point and reconfiguring that 4-0 win that they had over Nova in MKL fall season.
Yeah, Nova Esports, though, are going to just do whatever to get themselves back in this one. And if we're looking at Xuan here, he's kind of the guy, right? All eyes will be on him in terms of those team fights. HBSE are not going to be willing to take any sort of really big fight without knowing where Xuan is.
Yeah, the War Saint needs to win the battle here over HBSE and then try and win the war. But now, Nova, obviously, they were able to get first blood pretty early on here as well. The Unbridled Outburst with the Wings of Judgment is the setup that Nova needed, but will the Wings be casted? A kill onto the side of Nova. Not quite. A lot of expensive ultimates being used there, but not a single win or kill just yet. But the War Saint charging through, forcing the flash from Sher, means that it gets something, but they get no kills.
Oh, that was so close. Xuan actually saw a very low Je. He was kind of baiting it out, and yeah, Je had to just flash just to stay alive, but man, Xuan almost gets that kill.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been brutal, right? I mean, imagine the goal lead if they got those 3 kills. That was really kind of like the potential here of Nova, but they've got to be careful here. Guayu into the bush now, trying to get their stop of that Space Sprite come through here onto CY, but he now dives into the backline, used to duel to the death now. The Imperiled State means that Muzan King falls. The King has fallen, but so has CY.
Yeah, and I mean, they traded away, but CY getting that first kill before he died, obviously a better trade for him. And they were like, hey, actually, you want to stop my teleport? Okay, great. I'm going to turn this around. Let's continue to fight. It almost seemed like HBSE should have let him teleport away and then maybe taken a fight.
Yeah, I think it's just going to slow down the go for of these neutral objectives, right? Both junglers died just before these now spawn coming through, so they have to get their momentum going. They have to try and get some of their camps going before they try and go for this one, but both of the Azure Golems have the same countdown here as well, and HBSE know that. They go for the Tyrant. The Wings of Judgment come through to get a bit of poke onto the side of HBSE, as well as the Unbridled Outburst. The combo didn't land the same way it did in the first phase.
Yeah, didn't do as much on that one. I mean, people will kind of walk out of that Wings of Judgment, especially when the objective had already been taken, right? So it's a little late on that one. It's for this Garuda pick to really pay off, it's going to be when those standstills are happening, and then he starts it. Think of it like a Gan and Mo when you got those plays, doing that a decent amount of damage before you go for that fight.
Exactly. That's definitely going to be the setup here that they have to go for Nova to get the maximum impact of the Majestic Guardian Garuda. But now, it's still gold lead going up to Nova for now. Very slim 500 gold lead. We see Xuan down to the bot side of the map here, just trying to put pressure onto the late game assurance. That is VB once again.
Yeah, they're very familiar territory for HBSE, right? They're okay with like losing kind of like the early game. I mean, they're down about 600 gold, which is really nothing at the end of the day. And HBSE, again, it's a certain point when they hit their items and they're like, okay, we're comfortable, let's fight.
Yeah, nice bit of a drive away there for Guayu. He's like, hey, I'm using the Space Sprite, come down to help you guys. But but he's just like, you know what? Hey, Xuan, yes, he may be on a horse, but he still can't make it top side of the map there. T1 takedown for the side of HBSE. They were trying to get the advantage here for Muji down to bot side, but unfortunately, it failed.
Yeah, Xuan should have taken the Uber and not gone on his horse to kind of protect that. A little too slow with that rotation. Losing that top T1, this is a huge one to kind of start things out. Huyu doing a great job. Again, with the Byron, this is why it's such a strong pick, because you have such early game dominance.
And what's the one thing that you meant to do with Pei here, the Tigress, right? You meant to just keep farming and farming and farming, and that's exactly what Moves and King's been doing. Other than that one death top side of the map, this guy has not let a single camp drop, and is not looking to let that happen anytime soon as well.
Yeah, Musa King has kind of been farming efficiently in his own jungle. He hasn't been as aggressive. He's kind of been off the map. So Nova Esports, on the same way, they're like, okay, if he's off the map, I know that he's not on our side of the jungle. We're going to continue to farm and protect ourselves. And now if you're looking at the net worth, a slight lead in favor of HBSE.
Yeah, I feel like everything needs to be funneled into Muji here as well, right? Like, yes, obviously give CY the correct amount of kind of like camps here and just give over those small little bit of antidotes here, but also give over the Crimson Golem up to Muji, because obviously that damage over time, those hit markers are really going to put the paint on the side of HBSE.
Yeah, and Nova right now looking to trade with HBSE, top tower for the bottom T1, so it's going to be an even trade in that sense. So going into this, again, you want to kind of counter move, and they've done a good job of like the yin and yang, so to speak, of this game. Yeah,
they're trying to just play the map 50-50 at this moment in time between HBSE and Nova, but right now, Waypit is looking for a way out of this one. He has the Unbridled Outburst. He will proc it at the last moment, only catches onto 2 here, but now it's going to be the help and the reconfiguring of Xuan on the Guan Yu. Trying to just force away Guan Yu from his teammates, and there is immunity being casted here by Nova, but that is it. Winter is here. Signals have been sent from the boys of HBSE. Homeboys are on the prowl. They get the kill onto Xuan. Flashing through is going to be Sion trying to get the Frigid Prism, but gets the takedown onto Waypit as well.
Oh, Shihong, so much control. Those Frigid Prisms were on point. The way he was able to flash forward, ensuring that they get the other catch. I mean, Nova Esports were running for their life. They were protecting CY, and they did. But unfortunately, Xuan and Waypit sacrifices their lives for CY.
A little bit of a sacrificial lamb there, unfortunately, but I mean, that is 2 picks off you want, right? I mean, yes, obviously, it's a good time to lose your support and your clash lane if there's ever a good moment, right? When there is no big neutral objective fight to be had, you want to make sure you lose them then rather than at that point in time. But now you can kind of see Muji is starting to build that itemization. Like, he has the Doomsday, so really the health bar of Lapu Lapu is going to get decreased quickly.
Yeah, and if we're looking at how Nova Esports, like, this is a really tough nut to crack from HBSE. They're so tanky, and they have, they can stack their stuns.
They can stack the stuns, but now they stack the Tyrant onto the side of the Homeboy. CY looks pretty low as well. That double marksman comp, the Pei and the pack leader is putting a lot of pressure onto the Musashi here.
Just too much damage, and CY needs to be afraid. And yeah, that was the last pick for Nova with that Musashi, but he's getting caught out. If he dives deep, he's gonna get killed. So this is why Nova Esports need to kind of counter the play of HBSE by having Xuan or Waypit really set things up, let Muji get the damage in, and CY on cleanup duty.
Yeah, we know they can do the setup, right? We've seen it time and time again with obviously the Unbridled Outburst, with the Guan Yu as well, just taking the charge, but now they have to be careful here. Obviously, Wendy, Wings of Judgment haven't been quite the most judging of Wings.
Yeah, judging quite a bit. I think more in terms of just like what they're eating more than anything else. Not really too much in the damage department or those kills. Wendy's, again, just trying to tenderize, but with this minion wave, it's going to be a bit of a problem. So, like, how they go in, how they get onto Shihong is going to be the big key going into these team fights.
Yeah, I feel like if they do take out the Princess Frost here into an early team fight, really is going to enhance CY's just playability around that team fight, but now we're looking to go for the Crimson Golem, just maybe feed it over to BB here as well. Obviously, he is a late game hero, looking at itemization. He has the Eternity Blade, he has the Shadow Ripper, he's looking to build the Daybreaker, and once that gets online, it's going to be scary for the side of the Nova boys.
Yeah, and this is the problem, right? BB's been quiet. You never want to, you know, your farm laner on the opposing team off the map and just constantly farming, because you know that he's going to come out of the jungle and he's just going to be like hulked up and he's going to just tear everybody down.
Oh, absolutely there, but Lapu Lapu just trying to kind of like force out Waypit here, but Waypit does have the Unbridled Outburst. CY maybe has to make use of that double catch there, but it's actually just going to push them away. Maybe they get the lockdown here onto Guayu, but the sustainability from the Byron is a little bit too much for the Muchi to be tanking the damage here.
Yeah. No value out of that ultimate. You push them back, they didn't even start the Tyrant, and now they're looking to turn.
They're looking to turn this one around as well. Lapu with that engage, the kill onto the Majestic Guardian. Wendy gets taken down. Schwan into the backline. He gets stopped by the Frigid Prison. They are looking for more. 3 kills going up the side of HBSE, and it's once again the same scenario. We are walking the same song and dance. It's that mid lane brawl.
Mid lane brawl, Ji-Hong with an absolute god play right there. Juan had him lined up, was about to go, but the Frigid Prison just locking him in a prison in that sense, and no chance. But of course, HBSE with the initial pick off onto Wendy, and you see how the Nova Esports lineup just crumbled without him.
Oh, absolutely crumble indeed. And I mean, we are speaking of crumbling for the side of Nova Esports right now.
Tyrant being picked up, HBSE, this is going to be the freest one that they're going to get throughout the entire game. But the way that this team has been able to set things up, I mean, the double marksman, you've already rightly pointed out with the Pei and the Chano, of course, but I mean, Ji-Hong, Q-Yi, Jay, all of these guys, so much control. It is so hard to team fight into this lineup.
It's very hard, especially when Zahong gets that catch right. Like, that's been the turning and the pinnacle point of these team fights. That Frigid Prison just completely stops Schwan in his tracks. He doesn't get the Frigid charge. He's not able to kind of just push and bully around the side of HBSE. But more importantly, Guayu is just kind of making sure he's getting that intel for his buddies right there, looking to go and get this second Shadow objective onto the board for the side of HBSE. But it seems to just be the same MO, right? Like, they get the mid lane, they get the Shadow Tyrant, they get the Shadow Overlord, they get the Crystal.
Yeah, and Nova Esports need to respond a little bit differently. They cannot be looking to just fight this mid lane, and I mean, obviously they need to defend here, but they need to be looking for split pushing. They need some sort of space, because again, Nova Esports, they're trying to go for the initiation, so they keep getting caught out by HBSE.
Yeah, as if sustainability wasn't enough problem for the side of Nova Esports, we see the Ida Phoenix being built here by the side of Guayu, and also the Shadow Ripper as well, so BB is going to get a little bit of help on hit back now with the Chano, but now they're just trying to force his Vanguard down to the top side of the map as well as bot side, looking at T2 takedown with the solo Vanguard as well, but it's going to be Guayu trying to lead the charge, and now Lapu, they both get hit with the Unbridled Outburst. They try and take down Zahong and Vivi, but then they get met by the Makers. That's a 2-1 trade here for the side of HBSE. They have the Vanguards, they've got damage to defend this base, but is it enough for the side of Nova? Muchi wave pick goes down, and now Muchi looking to follow suit. Schwan as well. Game number 3 to HBSE.
HBSE just too strong. The way that they were able to take the 2 fronts in.